Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. I'm so happy that you're here with me today, whether you're new or returning. Thank you so much for stopping by. Playing with the palette today, you clicked on it. Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. I'd like to mention that I had no intentions of getting this palette, but y'all, just like the rest of us, I was influenced. So if you want to see the swatches and see me do a couple of looks with this palette, keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think and definitely consider subscribing and joining the community. I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. No intentions of getting this palette. No intentions at all. Saw it, didn't think twice about it, so I didn't really mind watching some reviews from my favorite YouTubers. So first, I'd like to thank Morgan Turner. I'd like to thank Breyonna Faye. I'd like to thank Mel Thompson and Patty Alonso. The links to their videos for their review of this palette will be in the description box. They made some really beautiful looks that really convinced me that this was something that I needed, in addition to all the rest of my eyeshadows that I have. But no, in all seriousness, those ladies are amazing, and I'm sure a lot of you follow them already, but if you don't, go check out their videos because they come up with some really beautiful eye looks, and they have a great wealth of product knowledge. So now, let's get into what we came for. Norvina released this Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5, I guess last week or a week and a half ago. This is a beautiful purple palette. Now, I do have the Volume 1 palette that I don't think I've even really used like that. It's a bit overwhelming for me, but this palette I feel a lot better about. Now, I did order this palette from Sephora, and Sephora just felt as though, you know, maybe they didn't have the right size box. I don't know what was going on, but the box was way too big, and when I got the palette, 4 of the shades were broken. I was gonna return it, but they were shimmer shades, so I just pressed them back in. If they were mattes that were broken, I probably would have tried to, you know, return it or whatever. So let's get into the palette and some of the information. Now, I'm sure you've seen reviews, so we're gonna go through this really quick. Here's the outside of the packaging. It's a very sturdy plastic. This is Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. There are 25 shades, and this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Norvina Makeup Collection. The brand is vegan and cruelty-free, and it has a 12-month shelf life. Currently, this palette retails for $60. Did I get a discount on this? No, I did not. I'm gonna just show this carefully, and hopefully none of the shimmers fall out. Ever so careful. Okay, here's the palette. As you can see, it's very purple heavy, but there are a lot of neutrals in this palette, and there is one pressed glitter here, which doesn't look too bad. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches of this bad boy because there are a lot of them. Before we get into the swatches, just wanted to say the palette, as you've probably seen, has a very beautiful mirror. No matter which way you put the mirror, it stays wherever you put it, which is really nice. There are no shade names on this palette. They are just labeled by rows. So there's row A, B, C, D, and E, and the shades range from 1 to 5. All right, let's do this. Okay, you guys, so right now we're looking at rows A and rows B, shades 1 through 5. So as you can see, there are a lot of these like mauve-y neutral colors in various finishes, and I really like these types of colors. I really like this B4 shade because it's got some really beautiful glitter flecks, and as you can see, like this shade right here is really similar to this one, but 2 different finishes, so I really like that. You've got a white matte here. These are the first 2 rows in the palette, and let's keep on going. All right, so here are rows C and D. I'm trying to swatch these as straight as I can, and no matter what I do, they're not coming out straight. So I'm trying, y'all. All right, look, okay, y'all. Now we getting into some shades right here, some goodness. Look at this shimmer right here. These two, this whole little section right here. Yes, all of row C, yes. Look at row D. How about this copper color? I can't. Matter of fact, this glitter doesn't even look bad at all. This purple shimmer with the flecks, and then these two mattes. I know they are pretty similar and they may not show up differently on the eye. So there's a possibility that, you know, this palette could have been edited down, but why would we want to do that? Why would we want to do that? Okay, let me calm down. Moving on. Okay, you guys, here is the last row. Come on, look at this shimmer right here. I can, okay? Yes, yes, look, this is like a little pinky gold flip. Come on, Norvina, ABH. Okay, let's go ahead and play because I'm ready. Okay, you guys, so I got my ears on, ready. Okay, so I'm gonna do two looks today. I'm gonna do a neutral eye and I'm gonna do a purple eye. And then y'all, I am gonna come back with a multiple looks, one palette video using this because I need some time. I need some time. Let's just go because let me tell you what happened. So today was my last day of work, my official last day of work. So it's Monday, it's the 21st, and I got to leave work at like 11:30 a.m. So I'm home, I'm by myself. I'm like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I don't have any report cards to do. That's why I'm like real amped up. So, all right, let's go. We're gonna start with the neutral eye first. I wanna go right into, y'all, I hope these shades don't fall out. I'm gonna go right into A4 and then I think I'm gonna focus on, I don't know, is this neutral? Is that neutral? Do we call that neutral? All right, whatever. I ain't got no job. Let me stop. Okay, y'all, so I already started the eye look because I thought I had pressed record. What a mess. I am using the shade A4, and here it is right here. This is a perfect transition shade. I was like, why did my screen turn black? So what I was saying, as I thought I had pressed record, was that I don't set my eyeshadow primer or concealer with anything. So when I put the first shade on, I'm more so tapping it, and it's almost like I'm setting that primer or concealer with the first eyeshadow shade. And once I tap it in, then I will go with the back and forth motion just to have it, you know, diffused as much as I want it to be. I probably went into this shade 2 times, and this is like the perfect amount of pigment. I think it looks really nice. Okay, let's move on. And I wanna deepen this shade up just a little bit. Let us go into C5. The C5 is this deep shade here. But as you can see, the C5 shade is really giving a little more depth to this look. And I'm just really focusing it in the crease. And I'm gonna place it kind of here on the outer corner as well. And I'm already liking the tone of this look. Man, if purples are your thing, like purple berry type looks or neutrals, this is a dream right here. This is a dream. And I just wanna share that the colors, the blend, like it's like no effort is being used right now. So I'm happy. I guess is this neutral? I guess not. It's probably gonna be a smoky eye because I feel like that's what everything turns into that I do. All right, let's try a different shade. So now we're gonna go into the lid shade, and I'm thinking C4 is gonna look really nice on the lid. So let's pop that on there and see what we think. And I'm just gonna use a finger for this. Oh, this is really pretty. So what I'm really like digging about this palette is like you can do like an overwhelmingly purple look, but you don't have to. And the other thing is, and I'll show you this when I compare this to the Pro Pigment palette volume 1, is that, I don't know, that palette overwhelms me when I look at it because there's so many differences. Whereas with this one, there's more of a cohesiveness with this palette, like the theme. Like it is a purple, neutral, mauve-y theme. It's easy to look at, and I don't know, I'm loving like the combos. I'm just getting all these combos in my head. That's our little shimmer right there. And then what I want to do is I am going to follow up with one more shimmer. Let's take B5. I really like to try to use as many shades as I can. And I'm going to take that on another kind of small brush. Now I'm going to review these. This is an Amazon brush. The brand is MSQ, and these brushes are bomb. Like the whole set was like $8.99 and no complaints. Now this might not need a brush because this is a shimmer, so let's just use the finger. And I'm just doing that to kind of marry the matte and the shimmer together, just so it's not harsh. So hopefully you see it just kind of, I don't know, it just has a little flow to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. Okay, so now we need an inner corner highlight. Let's go with the shade B1. B1 is like a little golden shimmer. I'm just gonna take this little lip brush and place it here. Let's give just a little something special right here on the inner corner. And then we need a lower lash line shade. We'll take that B4, which is the matte with the little glitter, just cause I just want to try a different shade. As you can see, some of these shades are going to come out to be similar on the eye, and you may or may not enjoy that. But what I think is that for someone who is new to using colors, a palette like this is great because like you can't make a lot of mistakes with it. You know what I mean? It's not going to get muddy. It's not going to be looking all crazy. So this is nice. The shades are nice. They're working nicely. You don't need a lot of pigment. This palette will probably last you the rest of your life. Okay. So here's the look from afar. And let's look at it close up one more time. Let me know what y'all think about that. That's supposed to be the neutral eye. I don't know what y'all would consider that, but so now we're gonna go into more of a purple look, and I'm really excited to play with these colors. I think my battery's about to die. I'm gonna change my battery and then we get into the purple look. Okay, y'all, let's get into this beautiful purple look we're about to create. Okay, the shade that is calling me right now is this B3 shade, and I'm gonna take another fluffy brush. This one is another Amazon brand. It's called Eggshell. So I'll have a review coming up soon. I've been using the Eggshell brushes and the MSQ brushes for about 2 months now. And so I think I've had enough time to like review and recommend them. And the price point is beautiful. So just gonna go ahead and take this shade above the crease. As you can see, it is going on very smooth. This one is really pigmented. I'm just not trying to put too much on the brush. Also, I didn't have any fallout with the last look. I mean, I don't care if I did, but I'm just letting you know because I did do my face makeup already. I'm gonna stop here. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take the shade C3, and C3 is just a deeper purple. And we're gonna put that in the crease and maybe just slightly above. I'm using a Nobler brush. These are not my favorite brushes. I don't know why, but let's see how this works with the shadow. So you can see it's giving us a little more of a deep purple. You'll have to let me know if you all have any of these Norvina palettes, which one has been your favorite. Now I did actually have Pro Pigment palette too, and then for some strange reason I thought I could depot that palette, and then I had to throw it all away. It was just, I don't know what I was on. That was a nice one, but I don't think I would rebuy that one. And then I actually had 4, Pro Pigment Palette 4, and it sat and I hadn't used it, probably just because, you know, my work schedule and everything. So I sold it, and now I'm sad that I sold it. I'm like, so I'm gonna make sure I use this one, y'all. Okay, I think that's good for this deep shade. And now we're gonna use a purple shimmer. I think I'm gonna go ahead with the shade E3, and that's this one down here. Just gonna use a finger to pop that on the lid. Like, this is gonna be a heavy, heavy purple look. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look, I can't. Yes, I can. I don't know, is purple my new, no it's not. I was gonna say, is purple my new favorite? I don't know, it might be, you know, because I love orange and green, but this, and then I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see, there's a deep purple here. This D3 shade, let me see if I can put that kind of over top of the purple here at the outer part, on the outer part of the eye. Oh, it is. You can see that a little bit. Just always like to have something deep at the outer corner. I'm just gonna take, let's see, purple that we haven't used yet. Let's use B2. We're gonna just drag that underneath the lower lash line. I did get a little bit of fallout with that last shimmer, but I think that's because I was using my index finger to put it in a small area. So next time I'll probably just wet my brush and use one of my packing brushes. I'm just being a little bit hasty. I'm gonna take C2. I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner. C2 is like a silver, so that's gonna go very nicely. You know, that copper shade would have looked nice too. I gotta write that down for my inspo video, because that copper shade would be so beautiful. Because, you know, like purples and like orange, you know, they're not exactly opposite on the spectrum, but you know what I'm saying, like the contrast is beautiful with purple and orange. And let's just take a little bit of that shade C2, put it up here underneath the brow bone, give a lot of just a little highlight up here. And there's our second look. All right, so here is the second look, and here's our first look. Both looks. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit and finish the look, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts about this palette. Okay, you guys, so just used mascara today. Let me just show you these looks up close one more time. I'm gonna blend that out just a taste. I did use a purple eyeliner by Urban Decay. I think it's the shade Voodoo. It's purple. I think I said that. But I love both of these looks. They are gorgeous. I have no complaints about the looks at all. Okay, you guys, just from the shades that I've tried, this palette is definitely a winner. I do look forward to playing with it more. I am going to come back with a follow-up video. That's going to be my next video, where I'm going to do multiple looks with this palette. I'm not sure how many, but I want to do some look inspiration. I know a lot of people have this palette, and I know that even though this palette does have more of a flow to it, all of these colors can be overwhelming, but the good thing is they really, really go together well. So really fast, before I go, I want to show you this palette versus volume 1 and just explain why I really like this palette way better than volume 1. Okay, you guys, so here's volume 1. Now, you know, the more and more I look at this, yes, there are some purple colors in there, but I think the thing that's the most purple about it is the packaging. I mean, as you can see, you've got a whole rainbow of colors here, and they're all over the place. But you've got bright yellows, you've got a mustard color, you've got reds, browns, blacks. You do have some pink and purple shades up at the top, but the more and more I look at this palette really isn't a mostly purple palette. It's mostly purple packaging. That's what I'm gathering from this at this point. I do think I need to give this palette another chance. I mean, there are some shades that might overlap, but again, I don't know. This palette is doing a lot for me. It's trying it. Whereas this one is just more, like I said, it's a flow. Let's see if we can see them side by side. Then I won't be able to see, but there we go. You can see that some of the matte shades in the Pro Pigment palette 1 might overlap, but I think having both of these palettes, you're not really duping it at all. Again, as you can see, I've barely touched this palette, and I think the reason being is that it is really overwhelming to look at. While it looks beautiful, when I really sit down to use it, I just think at the time that I bought this palette, I just had no idea what to do. So I think I'm gonna challenge myself to bring this back out. Maybe, let me know if y'all would like to see a look inspo video with this one too, because you know, we gotta use the makeup we have, and I know some of y'all watching have volume 1, and you know, you might need to kind of bring it back out and freshen it up, because now I'm looking at it like, wait a minute, I could do this, I could do this. Okay. Let me know if y'all want to see some look inspo with volume 1. Overall, the influencers that influenced me to buy this palette, good job. Kudos to you, because this was a great recommendation and I don't have any second thoughts about this purchase. I could see this being someone's holy grail palette. I could see it being an everyday palette. I mean, if you just look at these two columns right here, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got this perfect camel brown shade. You've got this shade. You've got these nice neutral shimmers. I can't even talk. My voice is just, oh my goodness. Eyeshadow makes me so excited, y'all. Well, get myself together. With that being said, thank you guys for taking a little bit of your time and hanging out with me. Again, I'm following up with this video, and you're going to see a lot of follow-up videos from me, especially since I'm not working. I was talking to Yadi and Dr. Ash about this. When I slowed my videos down to like 2 videos a week, it's like I just felt like every video was something new because I was crunched for time and I'm not able to play with the makeup the way that I want to. But you're gonna see a lot more look inspo and follow-up videos for me after I do a review, because I want people to look at this channel. Besides the whole makeup therapy and foolery that goes on in my house, I want you to look to me for makeup inspiration, for creative ideas, for what to do with palettes and makeup when you don't know what to do. So this summer is gonna allow me to do that and to practice and play more, and I am so excited. So I hope you guys are with me, and until I see you again, which is gonna be super soon, be gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.